Mr. Wright, I cannot. For us to come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth? I cannot do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you got to buy us some more time! Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You're saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time, I really cannot do anything. Court is now adjourned for today.
Objection!
No? Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in the time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? No! Give us the 30 minutes! Recess! Recess! 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. Looks like I'm gonna have to postpone tea time again. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. Uh-oh. But if it's possible afterwards, we can continue the trial tomorrow too, right? Who am I kidding? This is the last day of trial. There's no continuing this a different day. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. (2:04 p.m.) Come on, Gumshoe. Right. Well, what's going on with my situation? And the killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can all find her in that time. Ah! Gumshoe! Report. Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time. Just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed them, sir. God damn it! But the killer left a few things behind, by accident in his rush to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? I thought you'd ask, pal. I got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over here. Wait, you're saying you're on your way over? Wait, hold on, no! Like, have someone else bring the items here, and you continue your work, Gumshoe. Like, if you come here, who is going to try and find Maya? Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble with this. With my hunk of junk car. Also, I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. You wait for me. Alright. Just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one! I'm putting out all the stops and running every red light. Items led by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What? Hey, what's wrong? To the gumshoe. Answer me. Gumshoe? Oh god! Don't tell me that he crashed! He told us he was running over red. Oh no! No one can stop me. What happened? Gumshoe? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We got to hurry and call for help! But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken. And he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Damn it! In which case... there's like no time for the evidence to arrive here. The only thing we got is the handwriting. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. Oh, we cannot let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? Oh, I mean, there has to be. There has to be. That's right. There is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is for this. Okay, let's think. Could there be some evidence, or maybe... Or maybe we can call somebody to grab those stuff, like, before the police? Alright, maybe we can get the help of Franny. She knows Gumshoe's location every single time. She has like a tracking device on him. And she's part of the police. She can get that stuff to us without involving the other policemen. Alright. I think we can... I hope that this is right, but... Yeah, we're gonna have to try to get her help. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent, and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. That is correct. We still got a shot at it. If we can get the help of Franny, that is. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. Could it be Gumshoe? They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. March 23rd, 2:35 p.m. District Court. Court number 3. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready? Yes, Your Honor. Ready as always, Your Honor. I guess. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Ah, great. What now? Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you will please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impex's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? So it really was a fake? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impex herself. It is a fake. Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impex, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well. It looks like Miss Impex never left a suicide note after all. Or there really is a suicide note out there, but Juan also made a fake one. Nah, I think that what you're saying here, Mia, is quite true, because if Juan had that suicide note, the real suicide note from Miss Impex, then he wouldn't have needed to make a fake one to begin with. It could be that she never left a suicide note, but instead Juan made one so that he can use it against Matt, like, one day. That could be it. Wow. That is pure scum. She never wrote anything about Vanguard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Vanguard could not have known that, and so that facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. And this theory that Vanguard had no idea that the suicide note was fake, something seems a little wrong with it. I mean, he very well could have known it was fake, but it wouldn't matter if Juan were to use this against Matt. Because even a fake note can ruin his career if used accordingly. I know. I surely know. There have been, like, internet stars that have been accused wrongly of stuff that they have never done before, with evidence that doesn't hold water after being analyzed, like, even further. The internet is a cruel, cruel world, I tell ya. Being accused of stuff and nobody fucking believing you. But anyway, going back to this, evidence for this? The defense believes that the theory that the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Vanguard to not have known it was a fake. I mean... there's the camera, which he could have used to see everything Juan did. Matt could have seen if Juan wrote that fake note in the room, so... yeah, I mean, the possibility is there. Yeah, let's go with this. What is this item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Oh, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Huh. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Arngard knew of the existence of this note. Because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Arngard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Again, a little detail that you overlooked or didn't analyze further. Man, this suicide note is screwing with Edgeworth today, like a lot. So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Arngard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air! But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Arngard monitored Mr. Kurita 24/7 out. It's not as if Mr. Arngard monitored Mr. Kurita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Arngard didn't know of. Well, right back at ya, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Alright. Yep. Use that way of thinking to counterattack Edgeworth like every single time. The burden of proof is on you, AG. You cannot dump all of these things on us just now. Prove it that one wrote it in a different place. Just prove it. Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Woof! Huh? As you figured. Also, did you just bark at me? As I figured. It came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. Well, when I heard the results of their handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution cannot prove Mr. Arngard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Okay. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Okay, well, let's bring in Adrian back. Or are you starting to miss Olbeck so much right now? Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. And you're stuttering. This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the questions of who was it that hired Shelly the killer to commit murder? That's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? I mean... It has to be Obag. Who else could make Edgeworth stutter that much? It's... Yes? Go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelly the Killer. What? Who? He? Him? How? Where? Who's it what? Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait! Shelly the Killer? You mean the Killer? I mean, the Killer. I mean, D.E. Killer? You mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth, you do realize that Shelly is on the run now, right? And even so, he shouldn't even be at the witness stand like at all. He should be thrown straight to jail. And then he would be questioned there. And from there we can get our answers, but to have him here? He's coming here? To the witness stand? Oh my. Well, yes. In a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out, so... That's really good on Edgeworth that he's doing this, but... I'm asking this, how? The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. I mean, how is this even possible? Is it that the killer intentionally came to the trial instead? I mean... Yeah, he must have came to the trial instead of running away. That is the only way I can see this happening. Very well then. The prosecution calls this witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there another way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir. Is that a fucking robot at the witness stand? My name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm a professional assassin. I say... What is going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm? What is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Huh. Very smart, must say. And, well, now we've seen it all, folks. We are at a point where we are cross-examining a walkie-talkie. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we cannot even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelly the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second.
I'm so hungry.
Maya! Maya!
Maya!
A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. No. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. Oh, this is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Shelly the Killer. What is he going to say? Alright then. About my client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason why I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about his trust between his client and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Alright, well, let's get to it. I mean, the way I was thinking this trial is gonna go at some point is either we cross-examine Shay the Killer, which I wasn't even sure how that was even possible given that he was on the run, or we would eventually cross-examine Matt on guard, which may still happen, but we shall see. There is something I must first state. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's... I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said, this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you cannot badger, Mr. Wright. That's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between the client and himself. The trust between you and your client? I provide my service in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, you would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this matter? And this is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before. But if it ever did... yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. Wait, so you're saying that... if a client of yours were to betray your trust, then... he wouldn't be considered your client anymore? I mean... it makes sense. Huh. I would certainly... That's enough! Please, no more! Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted out outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Wait, hold on a second. So what are you trying to do here, Shady Kid? Are you actually setting out your client here? You. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die?
Do you want to die?
No. I didn't say anything. Sheesh, this reminds me of a particular someone that used to say that a lot. If they were asking me if I would prefer to die, the judge had better watch himself. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. We understand. So, please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. That egomaniacal.